Hello, welcome to the Luxury Hybrid channel where I love to discuss life, beauty, and fashion. Because my philosophy is if you combine it all, you can have it all without having to spend it all. Friends and family call me Dee Dee, and I hope that you will too. Today we are going to talk about the Pochette Metis by Louis Vuitton. Sorry for all my French viewers that I'm butchering the French accent, but I'm trying my best and I hope you will forgive me. I decided that I'm going to take the strap off like I did in the last video just so that it's not noisy and it's not cumbersome. So this bag is completely empty, and I have to say there's really not too many changes that have been brought about to this bag after owning it for 2 years. So one of my major concerns was that on the padlock, there's a different name for this, but I completely forgot what it's called. On this push lock, I believe it is, that I noticed some slight wear on the brass, but nothing's changed since last year. It's actually held its color very well. I still have the same problem with the adhesive from the protective plastic coating. So I highly recommend when you get your bags and it comes with any sort of protective coating, take it off right away. I thought that I was doing myself a service when I was actually doing myself a disservice, because I'll show you a close-up, but there's residue that's stuck on here, and for the life of me, I don't know how to get it off. If any of you have tips or tricks on how I can get this off, please leave it in the comments below. I'd be forever grateful, even though the bag is 2 years old. Another concern of mine when I got this bag was I noticed on Instagram posts, there was always sort of this V crease that I noticed developed either on the canvas bag or even the empreinte leather bags. And what I would do is I would strategically place either a long flat, either wallet or checkbook, or strategically place other items like, for example, a card holder, change purse, and perhaps a key holder. And I would keep them all in a straight line, thinking that this would prevent that V crease from taking shape. But I've noticed that I think it has to do with holding the bag from the top handle, and probably when it's really, really heavy, because there are some times when my bag does have that V crease. I've gotten so over it. I used to be such a perfectionist about my bags. You know, when I got this bag, it was not in my mind to baby it. For some reason, when you feel the texture of the empreinte, you could just tell right off the bat that this is a sturdy leather. Probably something along the lines of the Chanel caviar leather. But this Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis empreinte leather really holds up well. I will say though that the only thing that's changed is, as I mentioned, that I do notice that V creasing happening from time to time. And on the corners here, there's slightly, I don't think there was wear last year, but this year I do have some wear on the bag. As far as the handle goes, this is just, you'll notice some wear on the insides here, and I think that's just from rubbing from when I pick it up, because I do like holding it from the handle. There's something about the look of it that, I don't know, it doesn't feel as casual. It feels a little bit more sophisticated, especially if you're wearing this with a blazer. I love the look of just holding this in my hand. It's kind of like a mini briefcase, I guess you could say. The brass all throughout has still remained quite shiny. Like I said, I'm going to show you some close-ups on this bag. There's very minimal fraying along this side of the bag. I mean, honestly, this is not something that I'm going to rush back to Louis Vuitton like I did with my Palm Spring Mini. If you haven't seen that review, I will insert an iCard and I'll leave it also in the description box below. But I'm not having that type of fraying. The zipper pull has a little bit of a curve, as you can see here, but it's meant to be a zipper pull. So I've still, the inside of my bag has remained immaculately clean. I don't know how I've gotten away with it, but I have. This bag really has held up over the 2 years of having it. I'm super impressed. Look at how clean that interior is. I mean, still, as far as I know, I mean, I'll look back in editing, but I didn't notice any any pen marks or... Oh, I was looking for this. Oh, I love this color. This is my, this is from the Shine set. Hold on. From Dior that I got during the Nordstrom sale. Ooh, I love a fleshy nude. I was looking all over for this, and because I'm using my YSL bag, the Lulu Puffer, yes. I'm using my Lulu Puffer a lot, and I've been interchanging between the two. But because I'm using that bag so much, I forget what I have in which bag, and I don't exchange out properly. Getting back to how the bag has held up, I'm going to say that there's not been much change other than the wear on the corners. The glazing is still beautiful throughout. There are no glazing issues along the flap as there are with the canvas bag. And I mentioned this last year that I strongly believe that it's because leather is more malleable than the canvas, and canvas itself tends to crack. So therefore it would just stand to reason that the glazing would go along with it. I recently switched back into my Monogram 6 key holder, and I've noticed that the glazing has sort of allowed for a separation between the two layers of the leather on the inside and the canvas on the outside. So I do think that if you choose the canvas bag, that's something that you should be mindful of. It's a gorgeous bag. Honestly, that would have been my first choice, but this was a Christmas present. So, you know, the empreinte leather, you know, I'll be honest, in the beginning, I hated the empreinte leather when it first came out. I was like, what is that? But no, this is a beautiful leather, and I would not be opposed to getting another bag in empreinte. So now getting to the strap, as I mentioned, you know, not much has changed with the brass. The brass has still remained shiny throughout. There's some scuffing along the buckle here, but that's to be expected. As I said, I use my bags. However, the stitching along the straps and along the adjustment, are these loops? Adjustment loops. They've remained intact. I'm going to show you some close-ups. The glazing, not an issue. Not at all. It's a stunning bag. It is well constructed. I could not be happier. So if you are in the market for an empreinte Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis, I say go for it. I've had this bag for 2 years. I'm completely satisfied. I'm thoroughly impressed, and I think it's worth the splurge. And definitely when you think about your cost per wear, in my opinion, an investment bag is something that's going to stand the test of time. It's gonna go the long haul. If that's also how you describe an investment bag, then for sure, hands down, definitely bite the bullet and treat yourself to an empreinte Louis Vuitton, in any empreinte leather, honestly. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. The critiques, tell me what you didn't like about it. Tell me what you did like about it. I accept it all. And I will see you in the next video.